In this video, we're going to be talking about why the six-phase meditation is actually very effective and a very beautiful meditation. What are the various steps and how are each of those steps benefiting us, and why doing this meditation for a period of time continually will definitely show you results. Hi and welcome to Lightyears. My name is Jayasri Nagrale and this is a place where we talk about spirituality for the modern way. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. We are a supportive community of women all around the world who are discovering themselves, who are finding their own voice, their own gifts, and who are ready to share them with the world. So come join us and say hi in the comments below. The six-phase meditation is a meditation that is discovered by Vishen Lakhiani from Mindvalley, and this is something that I have been doing for almost a few months now. So firstly, the six-phase meditation comprises of 6 steps or 6 phases. I mean, that's why it is coined the six-phase meditation. So this is around a 15 to 20 minute meditation that I personally prefer doing every morning as soon as I wake up, but I am not out of the bed. So I just grab my phone and put on the meditation on YouTube, and I do that for 15 minutes and then I wake up. So this has become a part of my morning schedule, and I have noticed substantial changes in my life, in my business, in my relationships, in my achievements, in my self-belief and self-confidence after doing this meditation for a few months. So the first step of the meditation is what Vishen terms as the consciousness. So he guides us through a relaxation process first, and then he urges us to picture our consciousness in as a white light emanating from our head, and that expands to the whole body, and then to the whole room, to the whole city, to the whole country, and to the whole globe. I do it a little differently. I have taken Christy Mary Sheldon abundance class, and there she talks about something similar but also something little bit extra. For the first step, I call on the energy of the creator down through the silver cord. So each of us are connected to the creator through a nice beautiful silver cord directly emanating from our head into the creator, and all that energy, all that guidance, and all the support that we need from the creator comes down through that. So it is like a string, a nice puppet or a string, if it's easier for you to imagine. So that is a silver cord. So what I do is every morning in the meditation, I ask for the creator's light, love, energy, healing to come down through my cord, and I picturize that my cord is expanding, and I get that energy down into my crown, into my agnya, into my throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root, and then it comes down and goes into the Mother Earth. And then I visualize that white energy going into Mother Earth and at the center of the earth, and there I find Mummy Gaia, which is our planet Earth, and her energy is so beautiful, golden. It is like a warm mother's love in golden color. So it's just very beautiful. So I connect the creator's light with the energy of Gaia, and then I picturize that energy coming up, that golden energy coming up from the center of the earth into my being. And I visualize that my whole body is a place where these two energies just mix, and it just becomes a beautiful mixture of golden white light. And then I start picturizing that has encapsulated me, and then my room, and then my home, and then the city and the country and the whole globe. So this is something the Christy Mary Sheldon coins it as ABC, always being connected. So you're connected from the creator and you're connected from the earth. So you are in a perfect state of grounding and also receiving the guidance. So and we do that. We do a similar thing in pranic healing and in Reiki and in any other form of energy healing that I have learned as well. So we get in the creator's energy, we ground it, and then we are like a stable trunk of a strong, healthy tree. So that is the first phase. That is how I do the first phase. So what this does is it helps us realize that everything on this planet is connected to us. be it the trees, be it our pets, be it the food we eat, be it our neighbors, our colleagues. So basically everyone is connected. They are like sisters and brothers, and just they are just ours. Let's moving on to the second step. The second step is gratitude. So what Vishen asks us to do in this step is, he asks us to get to think of 5 to 10 things that we are grateful for in the last 24 hours or in the last week or whatever, and he asks us to feel those situations, to feel those circumstances as if they are happening now. So say that someone appreciated something that I have done, and I felt really happy for that appreciation at that time. So now I will feel that happiness, feel that appreciation being given to me again. So and once I do this exercise for 5 or 10 things that I am grateful and thankful for, what happens is our vibration starts getting higher. So no matter what vibrations we were in before we started the meditation, because of the connection and because of the gratitude, we start vibrating higher, and that way whatever steps that are being followed are going to be more effective. And I speak a lot about gratitude, and it is at least a law for me that you get more of what you're thankful for, and I make it a point to really feel that gratitude. I really feel it because I want more of that in my life. Third step is removing negative charges, and this is also a step in which we forgive people whom we are ready to forgive. So I have spoken about this in detail in another video that is going to be showing up here somewhere. So after this video, please do check that. Feel free to check it out. But to summarize how I do the third step is, I ask myself, okay, now who do I need to forgive? So immediately I can see a person or a situation in front of my eyes, in my mind, because I am like, we are closing the eyes during meditation. So once we visualize that person or the event, I see that person standing around say 5 to 6 feet away from us, and then I tell them that I forgive you, and I ask that you forgive me. And as I exhale, I take a deep breath, and as I exhale, I visualize all the cords, all the negativity, all the not so good feelings that I had toward that person are being cut, are being removed from my physical being, and they are just being released. So this is also a very good way of cord cutting with the other person. And then so after that is done, I visualize the other person saying the same thing to me. That is, I forgive you, and I ask that you forgive me. So after this step, I take a few exhales, few inhale and exhale. And during the exhalation, I visualize that whatever remaining negativity that I had towards that person is being released. So this is a very beautiful step of forgiving. What forgiving does is, when we hold a grudge or anger or jealousy or any such dense negative emotion towards someone, it is like holding a hot coal in your hands with the intention of throwing it at the other person. So what happens when you hold a hot coal in your hands is, firstly, you get burnt. Even if you throw it as quickly as you can, you do feel that heat. And because we are holding on to that anger, because we are still holding on to that resentment or guilt or whatever, we are holding on to that coal. So we are the ones that are being burnt, and that just weighs us down emotionally, vibrationally, mentally, and physically as well. So forgiving immediately releases all that negativity, all that emotion, and it helps us vibrate higher. It helps us feel better about ourselves and about the other person. So connection, gratitude, forgiveness, and all three of these are so important and so necessary for us to get into that right state in which we can start our day. And the next step is my favorite, and that is called visualization. So what Vishen has asked us to do is to visualize our perfect future for the next 3 years. So what do you want to be in the next 3 years? If there was no restriction on money, health, energy, anything, if you could have anything you want, who would you be in the next 3 years? So I have a perfectly written script on how I want my next 3 years to be, and I do visualize it. And because I am doing this every day in my mind, I'm visualizing the same thing in my mind. Um, this becomes more and more real to me. So because our mind will not know the difference between what we are actually seeing and what we are visualizing, our mind starts taking this as, yes, this is true, this is happening. So say for example, say you're planning to buy a black BMW. So what happens is, when you are driving on the road, you start noticing more and more black BMWs, because now your subconscious is focused and fixed on that. Okay, the black BMW. So now I start to notice those things more often. So similarly, if my subconscious is fixed that, say 3 years down the line, I want so 1 2 3 4 5 items. So now my subconscious is on a high alert, and it is looking out, and it is filtering out things that will get me closer to that reality. So visualization is something that is my favorite step, and I absolutely love those 2 minutes. The next step is the fifth one, and then he asks us to visualize our perfect day. And the context is that you have to ask yourself that, for things that I have visualized in the next 3 years, and for all of those things to come to me, what would I be doing today? And this is something which you have to ask your own self. You have to ask your own head and let those answers come to you. Sometimes what happens with me is that I might have planned some other things to do during the day, but there are some things that my subconscious asks me to do. And what I have realized is, doing those three things does get me a little bit closer to the 3 year goal. So the fifth step is so in the fifth step, it is very helpful to ask yourself truly that, what should I be doing today, so that in the next 3 years I will be there. And the last step is also my favorite. It is the sixth one, and that is called the blessing. So Vishen asks us to visualize any higher entity, any deity, any creator, and ask them to bless us. So this is my super favorite. What I do is, I call in everyone. I call in the creator, I call in my archangels, my angels, my spirit guides, my gods that I believe in, my best friends. Actually, I do have a lot of best friends in the spiritual realm, so I call in all of them. I do have a lot of guides, a lot of spirit guides, archangels, angels, my guardian angels, everybody. I call in the whole team, and I visualize that they're standing all around me, circling me, and just blessing me. And there is beautiful golden light coming out from the hands of everyone, and which is flowing into me, and I am like one big glowing gold bubble. And then I like to end the meditation with the part in which he says that just visualize that all these higher energies are giving you their blessings, their guidance, and now you have the luck, you have the ideas, you have everything that is needed to make your dreams come true. And also remember that the universe always has your back. I love this statement, the universe has my back. So yeah, so with this statement, I switch off the meditation and I come out of it. And if I want to say some affirmations, I do say the affirmations after this, or I go on to do my morning pages. So yeah, this has been a long video. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful. The 6 phase meditation has tremendously helped me know what I want to be in the next 3 years, and also helped me carve out a path that I can easily reach, that I can easily walk and reach, and fulfill my goals. So if you have any doubts or any questions about the 6 phase meditation, please do leave it in the comments below. In the description box below, I will also have a link to the original 6 phase meditation by Vishen, and I will also have a link to the edited version. I have edited the 6 phase meditation to be a concise version, and I've also removed some parts that I feel are redundant. So I will leave links to both of those videos in the description. Please do check them out, and until next time, make a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.